Welcome to a very special edition of Bleav in Colts. I'm Lawrence Owen, and today we have two very special interviews with Jelani Woods and Eric Johnson, both rookies from the 2022 Indianapolis Colts draft class. But before we get started with that, I just want to remind you that our partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds, news, sports developments, including this year's basketball championship finals, the NHL hockey conference finals, Major League Baseball, and the latest fighting news, and even next season's early NFL futures. Head to the website or use your mobile device today to sign up and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code Bleav, that's BLEAV, to get your bonus and get in on that action. Bet online, where the game starts. So let's go ahead and get this started off with the very first interview with Eric Johnson II, followed right afterwards by Jelani Woods. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So we'll get started here with Michael Pevia.
Hey, Eric. Thanks for the time, man. Quite a turnaround after the draft. Congratulations on the selection, by the way. Quite a turnaround after the draft and, getting immediately into football activities. How has the transition been so far to the NFL? And what mental notes have you been taking from guys like DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart?
Yeah, the transition's been pretty good. They're all trying to get us up to speed, get us up playing ready. So, they've just been telling us different tips about, what we basically trying to transform us into like professional athletes. Like, even though now that we're getting paid, we're not still considered professionals until we get into that whole routine of taking care of our bodies and, learning to do that extra stuff we need to do in order to play in the league and stuff. So right now they're kind of teaching us all that, taking us under their wing, and we're just learning that.
Cody Felger.
Hey, Eric, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. Coming out of the draft, I'm curious, what are some things that you would say if somebody was to ask you, what are your biggest strengths and what are some things that you're looking to improve on here in your rookie season?
Coming out of the draft's biggest strengths, I would say, naturally I have a bigger size than some other people. So coming in, playing nose at 3 tech, I got that size to go into, but now it's I mainly have to work into is transforming my body from the college athlete to the NFL athlete. And now there's a bigger step. I got to get, faster twitch muscles, even though I got that strength, now I have to combine it a lot with speed. So the different games and moves, so I can keep up with people like Grove and Buck and being able to, compete just with them. On the D line, we got a saying, no weak links. So now it's transforming the skill set that we had during the college season into the NFL and becoming that type of player.
Dustin Adams.
Many people believe you were one of the biggest, if not the biggest, NFL Combine invite list snubs. How did not receiving that invite fuel your mentality through the draft cycle?
Oh, it just for me, when it came to that, I didn't, especially when talking to my dad and stuff, we always made sure, control what you control. And so when something like that happens and, you got different people talking about how does that affect you? And how does this do this and this to you? You can't be thinking about that stuff. You just have to think of what it is that you have to focus on now. So it's okay, I'm not at the combine. So what do I have to do? I have to go to my pro day. So this is now the new target. And what do I have to improve on or get to in order to perform the best at that specific event? And so then it kind of just basically, you're just jumping tracks. Okay, now instead of this, I'm this, now let's go. And so just practicing there and just not thinking about anything else, just full speed ahead.
Jacob.
Yeah, Eric, thank you for your time. What has been a focal point or a specific skill that you've been really trying to work on and that you will continue to work on coming into training camp?
One of the specific skills for me coming into is transforming. So transforming my stance that I've been getting into, I had because it's a different type of scheme for me. So I'm going from my wide leg power stance to I'm narrow feet, getting off, but I also have to combine my strength with that. And with that, I have to change up, the way I'm shooting my hands or the way I'm kind of combining my get off, my keys and stuff like that. And so it's just, it's tailoring my specific get off and stance to the attack front that we're trying to do.
Patrick.
Hey, Eric, Patrick with the Anvil. Appreciate you doing this. With you pulling a 6-year in college, do you feel that helped you, hurt you? And can you explain the answer?
I would say for that, it's yes and no to a certain degree, because helping me is I got more time to be able to improve myself and to be able to fix some certain things. But I don't know if I would consider it necessarily hurting me, because there's a lot of different factors that go into how it improves you. Now, if I came from a school that gave me like all the type of nutrition and stuff that I needed, or it had like, extra trainers or different people from outside coming in to like coach us on like specific things like get offs and all this stuff like that, then maybe having a longer time doing that might wear your body out a little bit more. So it kind of depends on the makeup of what exactly you're doing during that time. I feel like personally, it probably helped me a little bit more because I needed more skill work in order to transform my game. And I got a lot of that from those extra years when we had a new coaching staff come in. We kind of changed up everything. I gave me more time to learn that stuff. Had I got it earlier, then maybe going for a longer time might have affected it differently. So it kind of depends on the makeup of what everything happened.
We have time for one more here. Lawrence, Owen.
Hey, Eric, pleasure to talk with you again. It's been about a month and a half since we spoke right after the draft, and I'm curious, during that period of time, what has your impression of the Indianapolis Colts organization been?
Oh, it's been really great. One of the things DT is always talking about is family. Every time it comes into the locker room, he's like family, and like that's like how he kind of like introduced us and stuff. And so, obviously, me being a rookie, this is the first and only place that I've been to, but I can already tell that like I enjoy being here and I enjoy the guys that I'm playing with. So a lot of the vets, they haven't, all the kind of thoughts you have, like, okay, how's it going to come in? Are they going to be like, dogging on you the entire time, just make you Rook do this, Rook do that, or something like that. And they're really coming in, they want you to get better and they want to help you to help them. And so it's really been bringing you along and it's helping to like develop us. And they want us to, get into this league and immediately just go. So I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Eric.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you all.
Thanks again, Eric.
Thank you for watching Jerraud Powers and I here on Bleav in Colts, part of the Bleav Podcast Network. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time we upload a video or go live. And don't forget, you can hit that little red share button. Help us out a lot with exposure and getting our stuff out to more fans. Now, let's get back to the video.
All righty, we'll get started here with Michael.
Hey, Jelani, thanks for the time. And congratulations on the selection, by the way. Quick turnaround for you guys as, rookies after the draft. And what has the transition to the NFL been like, and what have you learned during this time from guys like Matt Ryan, Mo Alley-Cox, and Frank Wright?
I would definitely say, to answer your first question, would definitely be, like you said, with the quick turnaround, just becoming a pro pretty much, learning their responsibilities and then learning, especially offensive-wise, learning the playbook, make sure you're always on your P's and Q's pretty much. And then, just learning from Matt Ryan and like Mo Alley-Cox and guys like that, that's always an honor. And then, looking into what they have to say and then trying to, mimic whatever they tell you and then try to do it at 100% at all time pretty much.
Felger.
Hey, Jelani, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. So I was curious for you, coming out of college, you haven't played tight end that long, but what would you say are some of the things from last year playing in Virginia that you would say you recognize as some of your strengths and some of the things that you're looking to work on here in your rookie season?
Definitely say I'll start off weakness first. Definitely like you said, just technique within everything, route running, blocking, just basic that you need to be a pretty good tight end. And then some of the strengths is just, I would say, from my size, it's been physical, playing fast, then kind of doing the unnormal things that you'll probably see as a tight end my size. So I'll definitely say that plays a strength into how I contribute to the offense.
Dustin Adams.
We rave about your size and speed for obvious reasons, but I'm curious to know, what do you think is your most underrated attribute that people just aren't talking enough about?
That's a real good question. I don't think I ever thought about that, but I'll probably say just the mental aspect of the game, being able to play fast, like being able to read the defense, find the zones, knowing how to beat a man. Coverage, just things like that, I would definitely say is kind of under the radar that people don't normally just talk about.
Time for a few more. Jacob?
Yeah, Jelani, thank you for your time. What are some teammates or coaches that you kind of gravitated towards since joining the team, or somebody that's kind of taking you under their wing?
Definitely say the whole tight end room, of course. That's that's just the pivotal part of, entering the league and, trying to graduate to what they do and how they perceive the game. And then, of course, you want to graduate towards all the quarterbacks, no matter who they are. They all have different aspects and how they view things. So you want to kind of pick apart all of them, all of their brains, and try to make it one little, big ball of knowledge pretty much. And then the coaches-wise, I definitely say everybody, you're in the league. A lot of coaches seeing different things. So, you want to kind of, like I said, take different things within those coaches and then try to, manipulate whatever you got going on and, keep that like that.
Lawrence Owen.
Hello, Jelani. Rarely does a guy of your size and stature get through high school, college, and into the NFL without earning a nickname, whether it be from, guys, college teammates or family or whatnot. Do you have a nickname that you'd like to share and how you might have gotten that?
Honestly, I don't. I haven't really got a nickname yet. I wouldn't be mine if somebody did give me one. It's not, but.
We'll work on it. I promise you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But, I never really had a nickname like that. Some people called me like too tall and like stuff like that. But that was back in my basketball days. So I need a football one then.
We'll go last one here. Patrick.
Hi, Jelani. The first thing comes to my mind as far as the nickname with your last name Woods is Bigfoot. As far as your size and your last name, that's just something that's popping right off my head.
Okay.
But my question is kind of a three-part, so I'll make it real quick. With you being a quarterback in high school, how and why did you become a tight end? Is one. Two. Oh, where did I go? Has the Colts coaching staff talk to you about playing or throwing certain passes and situational football? And three, playing quarterback in the past, do you Bleav that gives you an edge over other tight ends in the leagues because you see things differently and you still have that mindset of a quarterback?
I would definitely say I would answer your last question first. I would definitely say, yes, it definitely does. Like I said, as a quarterback, you got to know what each person, each individual, have to be responsible for on the field. And a lot of things is not that much different than how like you learn in college and you learn in high school. It's just, of course, manufactured to a professional level, and everything is very more into details. But the way like concepts work and just the just the overall origins of how routes, trees, or protections and everything like that go, it's kind of similar. So you can kind of translate it to different things you have been introduced to in the past. And I would definitely say no. And the second question, no, we haven't talked about any passes or anything like that. Yeah, I forgot what was the first question.
What made you want to transfer to becoming a tight end out of the quarterback position?
That was just pretty simple. I wanted to pretty much get on the field. I was backup quarterback. Then I knew I had the size. And then later in my freshman year, I ended up impersonating Mark Andrews on scout team. And then ended up doing really well that whole week. So that next day, my coach pretty much asked me to switch. And then I went with it with no hesitation because I kind of, I had fun that whole week. So I can kind of see myself, doing that in the game and, becoming something pretty much special.
Thanks for your time, Jelani. Thanks, everybody, for hopping on.
Thanks, Jelani.
And that was Eric Johnson and Jelani Woods, rookies from the Indianapolis Colts 2022 draft class. And absolutely great questions, great answers. If you want to make sure you do not miss any more interviews, whether it be from players, coaches, or staff for the Indianapolis Colts, make sure you give us a follow and download Bleav in Colts, brought to you by Bet Online. And until next time, as usual, go Colts.